I'm shooting the sun here. You can already see when I move. When the sun gets blocked a little bit, we get that beautiful sunburst. Good morning and welcome to the channel. Today I'm in Mispeldonk. It's very close to Mechelen, it's in Belgium. When I made my video about the Talkina 11 to 60mm, I will give a link here. When I made that video, I got a lot of questions how I got that sunburst in that photo where you're shooting at the sun, but the sun is making those beautiful lighted up lines, those beautiful lines. Today I'm gonna explain how I do this. Again, I'm using my Talkina 11 to 60mm and I'm shooting this beautiful tree here. And I'm waiting for the sun, because of course we need a sun to have a sunburst. The sky is totally free, no clouds. So that's very perfect to shoot a sunburst. So this is also gonna be my first photo of the day. So it's just a waiting game now till the sun is above those trees here, and it will shine onto our beautiful tree. When the sun starts to shine on the tree, the leaves on this tree will be lit up from the back. A lot of those leaves are still green, but we also have some brown leaves because we're in fall. So that's going to be a cool contrast between the browns and the greens in the tree when the sun lit up those beautiful leaves. And then I hope I can put the sun in the middle of the tree to have that beautiful sunburst through the tree. I also put my camera a little bit more down. In the beginning I was standing up and I was shooting like this. But then again, the tree blocks the view underneath the tree. And I thought it would be a little bit nicer when we have a little bit of a view underneath the tree. You can see how far this land goes a little bit, or you can see till the next trees. That's something I want to include in this picture because it gives a little bit more of a perspective of the depth in the photo. I'm using ISO 100 at the moment. F20, because from the moment you start using F16 you're gonna start seeing the sunburst. It could be that I'm gonna bump up my ISO to bump up my shutter speed because there's a little bit of wind. I think I don't want to have a lot of movement in the tree here, so that's why I'm gonna bump up my shutter speed probably to freeze those beautiful leaves. So it's gonna look a little bit nicer when we look at the picture. But I'm still waiting for the sun, so nothing's happening much. We still have the moon here. Maybe I'm gonna take a photo with the moon, I don't know. We have to see what the day brings, because when the sun starts shining onto this landscape, it's gonna be totally different and it's gonna light up some little trees or big trees, and it's gonna look all a little bit different. From that moment I have to be really quickly, because the path that I walked, I think it's very beautiful, but it was still dark. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I lowered my camera even a little bit more. The sun was peeking through the tree, but it wasn't that great. And I moved a little bit around and I went a little bit down, and I saw when I put my camera a little bit more down, the sun peeks through the tree trunks underneath the tree. So we can see a little bit more of the landscape, and we got a beautiful we got a beautiful sunburst. I took the picture. Can you see this? The sunburst. I'm taking a last photo at F20. ISO 320 and a shutter speed of 40th of a second. That's beautiful. The sunburst is really covering the tree trunks in the middle. Your tree starts at the bottom, then you get that beautiful sunburst, and then you get that beautiful tree. And I don't know if you can see it, but the leaves are really beautiful at the moment. We have to move quickly now because the sun is rising. That means the sun will only get harder. We already see it here. I saw this beautiful composition here. Gonna try to take a photo of it with the Tamron 70-300. Oh, something I forgot to mention. When you want to shoot the sunburst, it's not like you have to point your camera straight to the sun and dial in F16 or higher to get a sunburst. The sun has to be peeking from behind something. When the sun is covered halfway, you can get that sunburst. So it's not like you have the full sun into your like this, into your frame. You're not gonna get the sunburst, but it has to be like this, a little bit peeking from something behind, and then you can get that beautiful sunburst. But quickly gonna shoot that composition, and then we're gonna maybe search for another composition where we can create a sunburst. We got our second composition here for this video, and I'm shooting the sun here. You can already see when I move, when the sun gets blocked a little bit, we get that beautiful star trail, sunburst. What's up with me today? I was first trying to shoot it like this, without the tree here. I was hoping that the leaves from the other trees will block the sun a little bit, so I can get the sunburst and with the water here, but that didn't work, so I had to move a little bit to the side to block the sun here with the tree. So the tree is a little bit into the frame, and I'm shooting this vertically because I want to have the water into the frame. It gives that little bit of magic into the scene. I got my Sigma 18 to 35 on here, and the maximum f number is 16, so I'm at f16, ISO 130th of a second, and that also creates that beautiful sunburst. So the sun is already pretty hard, but still, if we can block the sun a little bit, we can create these beautiful photos. So let's have a look what we got here. I just stepped through this little gate here and I stumbled upon the next photo, and again we have this little creek here with water that I'm photographing. It's also in the frame, and again I'm using a tree to block the sun to get that sunburst. I'm still using the Sigma 18 to 35 at f16, ISO 260th of a second because there's a little bit of wind, and I bumped up my shutter speed a little bit. I'm also bracketing the shot because the sun is already super hard, so my sky is blown out when I'm exposing for the foreground. So afterwards I can just blend in the foreground here to create that dynamic range a little bit that we need. Maybe I can use one photo because the Nikon D7-200 is a really great camera. The dynamic range is pretty good. It could be I can use just one photo, but just to be sure, I'm taking 3 photos, and normal exposed, overexposed and underexposed. For all the people that are wondering what gear that I'm using, everything is linked in the description below. You can check it out if you want. Also a link for the music if you're interested. What a beautiful tree. I wish I saw this one in the morning. Let's see if we can create a sunburst photo with this tree, because it's much better than the tree that I shot this morning, because it's standing all alone. And the tree from this morning was surrounded by other trees. Alright, just took the photo of this beautiful oak tree. This oak tree that's standing alone here in the landscape. I shot the sun through the trees from the tree. I had to search a little bit for the best composition. Oh. Almost fell. So I really had to search with the branches to get the best block for the sun, to get that sunburst. I'm using again the Tokina 11 to 60 millimeters f20, ISO 220 of a second. I don't know if you can see it, but the leaves of the tree, they are lit up very beautifully because the sun is shining through this beautiful oak tree. It's giving a backlight onto the tree. It's like the leaves are glowing a little bit. I just came across something cool. There's a fallen tree here, and it's super amazing because the branches are leading our eye into the frame, straight to the sunburst that I'm photographing here. I'm using one of the branches here on top to block the sun so we can get that amazing sunburst. Again, I'm using the Tokina 11 to 60 millimeters, and just because I want to capture a lot of this beautiful tree here that's on the ground. With the Tokina 11 to 60 millimeters, you're so close that it's actually like you're feeling like your face is into the tree. It gives that sense of this big tree, how big it is, that you're standing right beside it. And also because with the Tokina, I can go a lot higher with the F number. The sunburst has a little bit more of some sunburst trails. I don't know if you call it that way, but it sounds good. I shot this picture at f20, 40th of a second, and at ISO 200. Actually, I don't need to be at ISO 200. There's not a lot of leaves on this tree, and I wouldn't mind to have a little bit of motion in the tree, but I just forgot to change it to ISO 100. That's the reason. I just forgot. And I also think this is going to be the last picture of today. This beautiful, amazing tree with the beautiful sunburst. If you're still here watching, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for the support. I hope you will give the video a thumbs up, because that helps to spread out my videos in the world. It will grow this channel. Don't forget, subscribe. This will grow the channel. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. If you want to see more videos about forest photography, you can click this video here. And if you want to see more of a cityscape video, click this video here and on the top.